Brian Walton, who do you think Deebo's ceiling player comparison is? This is from @BrianWalton23. It's a good question. Deebo, I will say this, just to start off this conversation, he's a part of this new breed at wide receiver in football. I don't even almost look at them as wide receivers. They're more like weapons to me because they can do so much. He is a wide receiver in a running back's body. That's where he is different than most out there. And when I think of guys like him right now, I don't know if there's a whole lot of like
Juju Smith-Schuster maybe.
Juju, but I think he's more explosive than Juju with the ball in his hand and stuff, right? I thought of like Pete Dimalitis just said Percy Harvin. I get that. I think he's bigger than Percy and not as fast as Percy. I mean, Percy was world class there for a while. I've also thought of like even a Jarvis Landry that way, where, you know, it's just he can get the full speed in 2 steps, and he is aggressive and can make people miss when he's got the ball in his hands. But, you know, it's rare. This is where, like him and the kid in Tennessee, A.J. Brown, they're similar that way.
Yeah.
You know, they're these physical guys who are 6 foot, 6'1", you know, 215, 220, got legs and power underneath them to where they can break tackles, but yet they're playing wide receiver. So I know that wasn't the greatest answer in the world,
no,
but I think
right.
this is a new breed of guy, and there's not a lot of comparisons
and
to
it's
them.
The willingness of the coach to spot the talent, to run the ball, to use him in the running game. That's one of the ways these guys buy in. George Kittle buys in to the running game because he loves blocking. Deebo buys in because he gets a couple of carries a game.
Sure.
It's easier to get him to go out and block for the running backs if he knows he's going to get some of the well.
100%, you're right.
And it's identifying guys that you think can do things that you want them to do, trusting them to do it. You know, when you think about it, these receivers, and we see more receiver runs than we used to. I remember it used to be a big deal when there'd be an end around. That was the only time you ever saw a receiver touch the football. He never lined up in the backfield. It would be an end around. But now we see the jet sweeps. We see the little touch pass. We see a lot of opportunities to get the ball into the hands of a receiver who can do something with it when he gets it behind the line of scrimmage, not down the field. And I think it's smart to be creative with it.
I agree. And, you know, to what Pete Dimalitis just said, too, that was the Percy Harvin role, too. He was one of the first guys to be that type of player. Put him at tailback. Hey, think about Andy Reid, Tyreek Hill. I mean, Tyreek Hill is nothing more than a third-down running back, but he's playing receiver and just has more straightaway speed. He's almost built like that.
There was a stretch in 2012
and he's a weapon.
Early on where Percy Harvin actually was getting league MVP bump.
Oh,
That's
I remember.
he was having.
He was special. I mean, Percy Harvin was a game changer. He really was. So, all right, that's it. We're done. We're out of here.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.